The cosmic order had been shattered. Driven by a maddening thirst for a worthy adversary, the golden-eyed terror, Hiranyaksha, committed the ultimate violation. To force the supreme preserver out of hiding, he ripped Bhudevi from her sanctuary and dragged her into the cosmic depths. The universe fell utterly silent, paralyzed by the sheer gravity of his arrogance, awaiting the response of Lord Vishnu. The cosmos did not wait long for salvation. The Supreme Preserver, Lord Vishnu, chose not to descend from the heavens, but to manifest directly from the anxious breath of the Creator himself. Emerging as a minuscule boar from Brahma's nostril, the avatar expanded instantly into a beast of terrifying, incomprehensible scale. With a roar that vibrated through the astral planes, the mighty Varaha dove headfirst into the suffocating, pitch-black abyss of the Garbhodak. Down in the crushing depths where no celestial light dared to reach, the great avatar found Bhudevi. Despite his terrifying, warlike form, the boar cradled the fragile sphere of life with absolute, divine tenderness. Balancing the entire weight of physical creation upon his gleaming tusks, Varaha began his arduous ascent, piercing through the dark, primordial waters to return Bhudevi to her rightful orbit. But the golden-eyed destroyer would not let his prize escape. Intercepting the avatar, Hiranyaksha unleashed a torrent of blind, arrogant fury, ecstatic to finally face a worthy adversary. The duel that erupted tore at the fabric of reality, turning the cosmic waters into a maelstrom of divine violence. Yet, the asuras' boundless strength was nothing but an illusion against the supreme reality. With a single, devastating blow, Varaha shattered the demon's invincibility. The deafening roar of battle faded into the harmonious silence of the spheres. With infinite care, Lord Varaha returned Earth back to its celestial orbit. The natural order was restored, and creation could finally breathe again. But in the shadows of the Asur kingdom, an even greater darkness was about to awaken. For Hiranyakashipu, the loss of his twin was a wound that severed his last tether to sanity. His sorrow curdled instantly into an obsessive, burning hatred. He swore a blood oath that the universe would pay for his brother's death, and that he would personally sever the head of Lord Vishnu. Vengeance required power beyond the limits of nature. Leaving behind his kingdom and his pregnant wife, Kaidu, Hiranyakashipu retreated to the desolate peaks of Mount Mandar. He began a tapasya, a penance of such horrifying severity that it defied all physical laws, seeking to compel Lord Brahma, the creator, to grant him absolute immortality. With the fearsome Asur king absent, terror gave way to desperate opportunism in the heavens. Indra, paralyzed by the fear of what Hiranyakashipu might achieve, looked upon Kaidu's swollen womb and saw only the continuation of a monstrous legacy. Believing the unborn child would grow to be a terror even greater than its father, Indra abducted the helpless queen, intending to extinguish the Asur bloodline before it could draw its first breath. But sage Narad, the cosmic visionary, intercepted the panicked Devraj. He commanded Indra to release the queen, revealing a truth that defied all logic. The child growing within the womb of the demon king's wife was no monster. He was an exalted, pure soul, destined to be the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. Defeated by divine decree, Indra relinquished his captive. Narad granted Kaidu sanctuary in his hermitage. Here, the sage narrated the infinite glories of Lord Vishnu. Though Kaidu listened for comfort, the true recipient of this divine wisdom was the unborn child. Narad also granted Kaidu a boon that allowed her to extend her pregnancy indefinitely. Millennia passed, Hiranyakashipu's penance threatened to burn creation to ash, forcing Brahma to descend. The clever Asur extracted a magnificent, convoluted boon. He could not be killed by man or beast, Dev or Asur, indoors or outdoors, during day or night, on the ground or in the sky, nor by any weapon forged. Convinced he had cheated death, he returned home, only to learn of Indra's cowardly attempt to abduct his pregnant wife and to put an end on his child's life. The supreme arrogance of Hiranyakashipu fused with a blinding, righteous fury. The universe would now burn for Indra's crime. Hiranyakashipu unleashed the full, terrifying might of the Asur clans. This was no longer just a war of conquest, it was a crusade of absolute annihilation. The heavens fell, Indra's throne was seized, and the natural order was violently rewritten. Hiranyakashipu subjugated the three worlds, casting the gods down as mere servants. Drunk on absolute supremacy, he outlawed the very name of Lord Vishnu. He declared that there was no supreme preserver, no higher power, and no god but himself. Yet, at the absolute pinnacle of Hiranyakashipu's tyrannical reign, the universe delivered its greatest irony. Reunited with his queen, the demon king welcomed the birth of his son. The child was named Prahlad. He was not just the son of Asur king Hiranyakashipu, but he was the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu, the very instrument of Hiranyakashipu's future destruction. If you missed out on our previous video on the architects of the universe and its mechanism, check it out right here. On Friday, prepare to step into the primordial void as we explore the beginning of the Brahmand, the magnificent golden bubble that gave birth to our entire universe.